Hello dears, how are you? Today I'm going to try to explain myself in English as I've seen many people interested in my content from other countries, so I will try to speak it in English so it could be for better understanding of people on other languages. So today I'm going to talk about the solstice, the winter solstice that is going to be here in the southern hemisphere of the earth, and in the contrary, in the northern hemisphere is the energy of the summer solstice. So in different countries you can see that it's going to be celebrated as here in the southern is the longest night and in the north is the longest day. So anyway, yeah, it's a day of celebration because it marks an altitude point in the sky that makes us reconnect with another cycle, with the end of a cycle and the beginning of a new one. So if you see, we can figure out that there are many cycles and there are many processes that are done in a cyclic way here in the universe. As you can see how the earth goes around the sun, or how planets goes have certain movements in relation to the earth that are cyclic, and you can see them in the sky, how they form these great big mandalas that gives us a creative information. So that is one of the cyclic stuff that we can see, but also we can see it in nature as we see how a seed is planted and then grows and then multiplies into what's the word, and it's multiplied into multiple fruits and many seeds, like exponential growth. So as you can see, the cycles are in everything we see, even in our own life. You know, our cells are multiplied and regenerated as like in 7 years. You can see that you have a whole new body. So when we're born, till our 7th year is our first septennium, that is related by and explained by Rudolf Steiner, the creator of the Waldorf education system, and you can see that from 7 to 14 and 14 to 21, there are cycles of 7 years that explain a little of this cyclic and alchemic energy of the universe. So that is what we are celebrating in every solstice: the ability to alchemize our life, the ability to transform our lives, to intend new visions, to understand that we are regenerating ourselves, that we are having the opportunity to restart and to accept the new energy that is coming from the higher realms. So solstices can be seen as big portals of energy that comes with the blessings of a new beginning, with the blessings of new resources, with the blessings of a new energy, you know. So you can see in the north that is a summer solstice, and here in December is a summer solstice. In the summer solstice, we can see how fruits come to grow, and we can see how the fruit gives the seed, and you can recollect those seeds, and with the hot weather you can dry those seeds to then in April, or during the winter, or in spring. You can regrow and plant those seeds. So everything is cyclical. So for the contrary, in the summer solstice, we can see how in the winter solstice, we can see how the leaves start to fall in autumn before the summer solstice. And with the summer solstice, we can see that it's time to let our emotions flow like the rain, accept this purification time, the opportunity to be inside our homes, our intimacy, to reconnect with our insights, to reconnect with our inner world. So then in the summer solstice, we can go outside and give the world what we have been in some way growing inside of us. So this can be seen in astrology as the Cancer and Capricorn sides of the astrology chart. So when we see a Cancer, that energy is like of home, of intimacy. And in this season, in winter solstice in the southern hemisphere, we can see the presence of the Cancer energies and the predominance of that healing water, because that's what Cancer means. You know, Cancer means a healing water, the water of emotions, of family, of our inner world, of how we feel, of how we allow the inner waters flow. So it also can represent our vital energy in our kidneys, or also Cancer means the ability to let our blood flow in our bodies. So when we connect with Cancer energy, we're connecting with the healing water. So it's okay to feel the renewal of the synergy of energies that conforms this ecosystem. You can see when rain grows and we have a very rainy season, we can see fungus growing. Less light, we can see the clouds, like a cloudy way of thinking. So in this season, isn't good to plant any seed. Isn't good to, because it can sink, you know, in the water. The seed, you know, the seed can sink. So what we do in winter is like the season of patience. It's the season where we cultivate the art of waiting, the art of letting our waters flow, the art of letting our emotions come, and we let them express themselves in such a deep way that we, with our tears, let new water in, and we let that the water flows out of our body. That is the water that it's stagnant, and we let the water that is pure, new waters come in. So the solstice energy is really potent energy to infuse ourselves with holy water. And what is holy water? Holy bread, holy food, holy holy words. So in a nutritional way, we let the holiness of what we see, the holiness of what we read, the holiness of what we eat, the holiness of what we drink, let us infuse our body with that holiness. So it's a really good opportunity to connect with holy water, or to connect with the sacred scriptures, or to connect with the tools that let us purify ourselves, to heal ourselves, to clean ourselves. So with the rain and the Cancer energy, we have the amazing opportunity to heal and purify our mind, body, emotions, and to with the purpose of connecting with our souls, that is always in joy, that is always in a good adventure, that it's always in a state of grace, that is always chanting the glories of the Lord. And that is our soul. Our souls have the ability to see every situation, every circumstance as a perfect plan of God, as a perfect movement, planetary movement that makes everything works in the outside by the profoundness of love and harmony. Everything is in harmony. Everything is happening for your best good. Everything is happening for your favor, and for God's favor. So if you are able to connect with your soul, with that understanding that everything is happening for a perfect and amazing reason, then you will purify and let the other 3D and 4 dimensions be purified and be cleansed, as the 5th dimension is more like our soul dimension, a spiritual dimension, where we can understand everything in higher ways, in a more conscious way. Our 3D and 4D cannot understand, so they must be purified. And this is, it's really simple. It's like you want to see through a glass, and the viewer, the one that is seeing, is the soul, But if you have this glass and you want to see through it, and the glass is dirty, the glass is full of mud, you won't be able to see outside of the glass. So if you are watching through this glass, you will see that the mud and everything is dark, it smells bad, and so you won't be able to see the wonderful things that are through the glass. In the contrary, if you have your vehicle, that is your body, your emotions, your mind, those are your vehicles, the vehicle, you will see that that everything is beautiful outside because you have your glass clean, so you can see the holy rain, the holy kingdom, the kingdom of God. You will see it in the right way. But if your vehicle is full of mud and dirty, you won't be able to see the kingdom of God, and you will be always in this Maya. That is what Indians talk about. That is this illusion that you think that things are in a way that they aren't. That you experiment your body in a way that it isn't. Of course, there will be this time where we are going to get out of that vehicle and we are going to enter this rain, even if it is full of mud, Of course, we're going to get out of this vehicle. Our souls will in the moment of death, the soul will leave this body and will get out of the vehicle to see the rain. But you have here on earth the beautiful opportunity to clean this body, to clean this mind, to clean this emotion, by putting them in the right direction, by knowing that even this body, if this body is not pure, because this body is not pure, because it's a lower vibration, it's a three-dimensional vibration. Even if your mind isn't that pure, you know inside of yourself that the kingdom of God is in the other side of the glass. So what you do in those cases, in that case, that is the case that we are all in, while we are transiting this earth experience, because we are souls in a human experience, in a human body, but we are spiritual souls, aham brahmasmi. We are spiritual souls living in this body. Yeah. So when we put this body into the service of the Lord by chanting the names of the Lord, what are the names of the Lord? The names of the Lord are His glory, are what He can do, what He has been doing in all the history of humanity. You can see how are every day born new babies, like a perfect creation. You can see volcanoes. You can see the seas, the big seas. You can see the oceans, the big oceans. You can see the mountains. You can see the valleys. You can see how a little seed grows and transforms. You can see how a butterfly makes metamorphosis. So you can see perfection, and you can sing every day how God has created all this, and also had created the destruction, as the moment that a big volcano erupts, or the moment that there's a tsunami, or the moment that the wind, the elements come into this balance, the moment that we get kind of sick, or the moments that we the moment someone dies, is part of life here on earth. So in India, there's this wisdom that tells that everything is created by the divine sustainer of the universe. So there's a hand that not only creates, neither destruct everything. Not only creates or destroys everything, but sustains everything. And when you realize that, you will see the divine law and the law of the science that said that nothing is gained, nothing is lost, everything transforms. So when you connect with that law, you will see that everything is always transforming. Everything is always in divine alignment. Everything is always moving in perfect ways. So what today dies, that takes another form. Because that's about the third dimension, loss of third dimension. But our souls are thirsty of love, thirsty of joy, thirsty of love. Our souls are thirsty of happiness, of well-being. They're thirsty of that, and that you can only get it in other conscious dimension, or dimension of consciousness. You can only find it in another dimension of consciousness. It's like when you go to the park when you are little, you will see everything as a little boy, or a little girl. But when you go to the same park as a grown man, you will see that park in a very different way. When you read a book when you are a child, you can understand some things in your level of consciousness. But when you read the same book when you're older, you will understand other things. So those are conscious dimensions, and you can grow in your consciousness of love, or your consciousness of joy, your consciousness of the perfection of the creative, destructive, and supported energy of the Lord. So when we connect with a supporter more that is superior than the creator or the destructor, then when we connect with that supportive energy is where we really find joy. It's like you can see it is in that everything here is temporary. All material things are temporary, right? So we know that we are going to have a little happiness, and then that is going to perish, and it will go away. That's what we learn when we get old, when we are growing, right? So our happiness cannot be fulfilled with the stuff that come and go. So what is the real notion of the of the soul is that everything in reality doesn't die, or neither is born. Everything is just transforming. So when someone dies, you understand that their soul is here right now, and that soul is in other body, and can be even closer than what you think. So coming back to the energies of the solstice, the energies of the solstice is a moment, a sacred moment, when we can reconnect with the energies of the supporter. How? Cleaning our body, and understanding that this consciousness can be cleaned or washed by the grace of God. So when we connect with the prayer, when we connect with our minds in the divine consciousness, when we put our minds in love, in the creator, the destruction, and the supporter of everything, when we put our minds in the superior consciousness, the one that lives in reigns that we don't even have the idea of how they are, because when you're little, you don't know that exist the India, for example. When I was little, I didn't know about India. I didn't know about that was a reality until someone comes and told me, hey, by the grace of God, that there's that country. And at first you see, oh, that country, and then you see, oh, and that country have this, and the country have that, and your consciousness start to amplify. So the reign of the Lord, the reign of Krishna, the reign of Yahweh, the reign of Allah, the divine reign is a reality, exists, but we are not that conscious of how it works, of how it is. In India there is there is a knowing that exists, the Vaikuntha consciousness, the Vaikuntha planets, where everything functions by faith. So if you have a work, it's by faith, it's for the grace of the Lord. If you have a car, it's by grace, it's for the grace of the Lord. And in that movement of having faith and having the certainty inside that the Lord exists and that the Lord is providing, then you will see the providing. And there is a higher realm than the Vaikuntha planets, that is the Goloka consciousness. That is where everything moves by love, not even by faith, it's by love. So it's where we stop expecting something to happen, knowing that it could be 10,000 amount better, Sorry my English, but I'm trying my best. I really trying my best. So this solstice is a really good opportunity to cleanse our souls, to wash our emotions, to let our emotions flow, to put our mind in service, in divine service, so we can expand and we can put our minds in prayers, so that the Lord give us his mercy to expand our consciousness of what can be, of what is being right now. Because a really ungrateful mind won't be able to see the big blessings that it has in the right now, in the present, So an ungrateful mind will always be complaining of what it is, that is everything wrong, everything is bad, and the rain and the wind and everything is bad, and I can go out, and that's an impure mind, an ungrateful mind, a mind that cannot understand that in that apparent and in that illusion of that something is going wrong, cannot see the blessings that brings, In the same place, it can be another person that is extremely grateful for everything that happens to him or to her. And in the worst situations, can be extremely grateful for all the blessings that are in this moment. Oh, it's raining, but thanks God we have a roof. Oh, it's raining, but thanks God we can be together. Oh, it's raining, but thanks God I have food in my home. Oh, it's raining, I have to go to work, but thanks God that I have a work. So those are two ways that we can think. One that comes from a spirit that is that, and a soul that has been damaged and get dirty with the with an illusion of what it is, like its vehicle, its car, that its vehicle has been is very dirty, but the person that is grateful has its vehicle very clean. So with no I've been 30 minutes talking, and I ask God that this message come clear for the ones that are going to listen this audio. I don't know who is going to listen or what is going to listen. I hope it gets to the right hearts, and I pray, Lord, that this message comes to those that are really open to be grateful in their lives, and that are really open to do the work. And what is the work? The work is to glorify the Lord, is to clean our body, to be thankful. So the invitation for this solstice, for this winter solstice in the south, and in the north there is a summer solstice, to be grateful. And if you are in summer solstice, to plant the seeds necessary, and if you are in the south, in the winter solstice, to let the water flow in your body, let the healing flow in your body, let every experience be an opportunity to clean our thoughts, to clean our mind, to clean our body, to stay in prayer, and to higher our vibrational frequency to the frequency of love, knowing that everything here is perfect for a perfect plan, and that plan is revealed in your heart, in the desires of your heart. There is the divine plan, because if God put this desire in your heart, it's for a reason. So with no more extension in my words, I want to say thank you for getting to this place of the audio. Thank you for being here, and I ask the Lord right now that may all you be blessed with the purification that comes with this solstice, that may you all be blessed, that God bless all of you with joy and divine intervention in your lives, that everything flows, our understanding of things may be in a positive way, always positive, And if you're having a really bad time, I ask the Lord that He take you in His hands and you can really rely on His divine purpose. So this was Hariam Balila. Thank you very much and see you in the next time. Haribol. Radhe Radhe.